Hello, everybody. We are
Hi.
back.
Sorry, I gotta take a sip of that water. Gotta stay hydrated, you know what I mean?
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for, sticking around with us
Yes.
during this beautiful journey because we are now a month into doing this stuff.
Woo! That is
Confetti.
very exciting. That is very exciting, honestly.
It really is.
Being a whole month, it's the consistency that I like.
Yes. Yeah, the dedication that we have had into doing this it's been amazing. Definitely a lot of trial and error of what we're trying to get at. Like this video has been recorded a couple times.
Fourth
tonight.
time, yeah.
But just trying to perfect everything and make sure that we're putting out stuff that we like ourselves, but stuff that we think you guys would truly enjoy.
Yeah.
So content will be getting way better as time goes on,
as we learn.
As we learn and as we get more comfortable. But as you guys can tell, our mics are no longer on the table in front of us.
Nope.
They are hanging in front of us.
They're floating around. Ooh, no string.
How is it happening?
Sorry, we're just very excited that we actually have boom arms, that we don't need to have the mics on the table where you can hear all this, which I'm sure you still can, but at least it looks nice.
It's more neat.
It looks a little more professional.
Yeah.
We
look like we know what we're doing.
Yes, exactly.
Just kidding.
Yes,
we kind of know.
More or less.
We're in that realm.
Yeah.
Do we know?
One of us has been doing this for quite a minute. So.
And I'm just kind of winging it.
We're both still learning, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a fun process. Thank you guys so much for all the love.
Yeah, so thank y'all again.
For just being here and
being interested in these videos.
Yeah.
Giving us ideas. Not necessarily in the comments, but outside. Our friends, families have been saying how much they like these videos.
This video is actually something that my coworker said, "Oh my god, you guys should do a episode on this." Mm-hmm. So definitely enjoying the fact that people were getting involved with this. We truly appreciate it because it's kind of taking time out of y'all's day to just be like, "Oh my god, I love this," or "You should do this," or "What's gonna be the next episode?" Yeah, that there is so motivating, and we truly appreciate it, you guys. But we are going to get into
the topic of the video
of the day. You guys have probably seen a lot of this, more specifically on TikTok.
Yes,
because everyone's on TikTok.
Who isn't, right?
If you guys have not seen it on TikTok, you have seen it on other social media platforms, or you just kind of knew what this was already. And we are talking about skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers.
Whoa. What a skinwalker is a witch that grew stronger with greed. And it is said that they have killed a family member, more specifically a sibling of theirs, to be able to get the powers that they have and to be able to change their forms. Now, a skinwalker in the Navajo culture is also known as Yi Nadalshi. In their language, the meaning of it is it goes on all fours, which kind of gives you an idea of what you'll kind of be dealing with when it comes to a skinwalker.
So these Navajo witches, they're kind of like the healers of the tribe, also known as medicine men and women, who would be learning both good and evil magic. And some ended up being corrupt with the power that would become, harmful. So how they would be taking forms of coyotes and wolves, and, they would possess other animals as well.
There was, I guess, mainly things that were more deadly.
As this whole phenomenon grows with, like TikTok and people talking about it more, and as popularity grows with a skinwalker, they would be known for possessing humans.
Taking
the form of a human.
Form.
Yeah.
A lot of what I have seen, like when it comes to videos on TikTok or just in general, is skinwalkers yelling out for help to lure their next victim into going over there and helping, thinking, "Oh my god, somebody's in trouble, something happened,
but
let
also
me go over there."
Not just yelling out for help, but they would take the voice of like a loved one, so it would sound like your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, whoever.
Yeah.
And that's how they would lure you in. Pretty creepy stuff, honestly.
Yeah. And
like imagine you're just in the woods and you hear your dad calling for you and you're like, "Huh, Dad?
What? I thought you were gonna make a joke about the dad thing. I was prepared for it.
What dad thing?
About how you always make these dark
Oh.
jokes. I really thought there was one coming, and I was like, I'm prepared this time. But you didn't.
Well, for those who don't know, my dad is dead.
And every chance he gets, he will make a joke about it and make everyone uncomfortable. But he didn't do it today. Damn.
That's not what was on my mind, honestly.
I thought you were going to be like, you hear your dad in the woods and be like, Dad? What?
You're alive, you son of a bitch. But anyways.
Before we get off topic.
Sorry. A little deep dive into my personal life.
When it comes to the Skinwalkers, they get their name mainly from wearing the skin of the animals that they took possession over. Mm-hmm. You know, getting the name Skinwalker. You would have a human that would wear, whether it be coyote skin on them or like bear, a wolf, whether it be the antlers of a deer, things like that. Mm-hmm. So they would walk around with that stuff on. And they would choose their forms that they needed for whatever task that they had. It would be like the different abilities that they need. Do they need speed? Do they need strength? Is it more endurance? Do they need to take on something else just so that they can get done what they need to do? And by that I'm meaning like more of the mischief stuff that they would get into, whether it be like luring someone to kill because in their mind it's fun. Yeah. Or whether it be a greed thing and they're stealing, or it's just trying to fuck with something. They would use the abilities of different animals to do these things. And that to me is pretty intense because you have these witches that kind of fell off and decided, I am going to use this power and I'm just going to fuck with people. Have you like seen any of these facts? When it comes to like TikTok, actually no videos, like when you heard the term Skinwalkers, immediately like my mind goes to TikTok and like everything that they would talk about, how they're shape shifting and they can just like basically invasion of the body snatchers, right? Yeah. I didn't know about any of this other stuff like about the Navajo and you know cursed lands and stuff like that. Yeah. And knowing that more makes it more of an interesting story, but also just it's more knowledge that I know now. Yeah. Skinwalkers, not just what I see or hear on TikTok. Yeah. When it comes to TikTok, how they have blown this up is that everyone thinks their dog is a skinwalker. That's the one thing I do hate. A lot of the TikTokers that I see, their dog can be walking on their hind legs and they're just like, oh, my dog's a skinwalker. Yeah. And I'm like, dogs can walk on their front legs too. Does that mean they're a skinwalker? Yeah. It's like some dogs are talented in that aspect. Others can do tricks. Others are just weird. It's like your dog's not a skinwalker. It's just a fucking weird dog, man. So not all your animals are skinwalkers. So. And then another thing that maybe a joke, but it's some people take that serious, I feel. It's very true. Another thing that like people lose their minds over is like when it comes to deer. Oh, especially deer, yeah. Everyone thinks that dogs and deer are skinwalkers. Yeah. I mean, it could very well be that you encounter something like that, but if a deer is kind of like losing their shit, it might not be that they're a skinwalker. It might just be that they're sick. Brain worms. Yeah. Look it up. It's intense. It's crazy shit. But it's just so weird that like everyone just takes a video of like someone like an claiming, animal just being weird. Yeah. Like animals are just being weird like, oh my god, that's it. And then everyone's mind just goes nuts. And then they look at their dog and they're like, your eyes look too human. You're a skinwalker. And it's like, no. But then they also get that because like skinwalkers, whenever they change into different forms, if they're in an animal form, it's said to that their eyes are more human. Yeah. And that when they are human, their eyes look more like an animal that they take more form of, things like that. So I guess that's where that whole thing comes from. Yeah. But it's still, everyone's gone a little overboard with skinwalkers. Yeah. And like, I honestly don't know who's joking about it and who's being serious about it. Like, honestly, if they honestly think that their dog is a skinwalker, that they're just freaking out about it. But then however, there was that video of that dog on TikTok where he's like standing outside staring at his owner and it's just like dead stare. She's like cooking and she realized he's there and he's just like still, like not moving, not resting on anything, just there, just staring at her. It's like, all right, that one's a little uncomfortable. Yeah, that one's kind of like, that would make sense, but then everybody's talking, saying, you know, their dog's a skinwalker or whatever, but... Are you... Is Blink a Skinwalker?
No, I'm not smart enough to be a Skinwalker.
Same, and I don't think Blink is either.
What an idiot that guy is. Just kidding.
Perfect match. Just kidding, I love you. Alrighty. So, a very well-known place that has brought Skinwalker.
Yeah, it brought it more to the light.
Yeah, is Skinwalker Ranch. And
Skinwalker Ranch.
I will kind of let you take over a little bit on that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's
so, what?
A whole lot of history there.
Okay, let me read my notes here real quick. Because I can't see for shit. Sorry, we gotta take notes. Well, I mean, in any professional video, you gotta take notes, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, so in the 90s, there was a ranch in northeast Utah located near the Ute Indian reservation known as Skinwalker Ranch, and there's also the show Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know. It's popular.
Of Skinwalker Ranch. There's like 3 seasons, and then they canceled it.
Yeah, exactly. But this ranch has a history of cow mutilations, UFO sightings, and it is known that the Navajos had put a curse on this land and on the Ute tribe. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, all this weird stuff has been happening, like, you know, aliens and, you know, everything I just mentioned.
Yeah.
And, you know, Skinwalkers, that's where these are more known to, you know, be seen.
Yeah. And more so, like, with that, like, the history behind the land is that it is on the Ute reservation. So,
yes,
there is a ridge right behind the ranch.
Yeah.
And that's supposedly.
I saw a video where some guy said supposedly, and everybody was just like trash talking. Supposedly. Sorry, go on. Supposedly.
Supposedly. The path that Skinwalkers would take.
Yeah.
And that's why that ranch is so heavily, I guess you would say, infested with Skinwalkers.
And
it's just, it is a spot for all the weird spooky shit. Yeah. Whether it be aliens or paranormal stuff, or, you know, just the legend of Skinwalkers that are in that area. But there is a lot of stuff that has gone on, specifically like the cow mutilations. Like they're...
Yeah, where cattle will be found dead.
Yeah, and like just heavily like torn up, like if an animal just devoured this thing, but there's no blood underneath it, around it, anywhere. Yeah. Like it's like this body was just drained. Which would make a little bit of sense if, you know, there was a Skinwalker.
Or Chupacabra.
True. That took on the form of this animal, or just, you know, like some type of possession. Because it's like pretty much like just draining everything from this animal. Yeah,
because what Skinwalkers would do is usually just to go unseen would be taking the form of an animal. You know, we said that like 1,000 times in this video. But they would neither take the form of an animal just to get across. So if they needed this cow, you know, well, if they needed to get across this way, they would need a cow and be like, hey, I'm a cow, everybody. Let me go on by. And move out of the way. And yeah, they would just like make their way across totally under the radar and, you know, be on their way after that.
Yeah.
So.
It's, with Skinwalkers, it's pretty like intense with the way they're described in these lores. It's just like these people were really just going out, and I can't say people anymore. Like it's just like, would you say really much like entities or anything? Because it's like
because they've become.
But it's just like they're no longer like human. Like there's so much that comes into it. But these the Skinwalkers, they're so.
That's another thing, by the way. Like supposedly you can't even say Skinwalker out loud. Because
so a lot of people like in tribes, whether it be Navajo or others, because other tribes do interpret Skinwalkers in their own way.
Yeah.
So it's not just like specifically a Ute and Navajo thing, but other tribes do speak about Skinwalkers. Okay, guys, we are back. We had some technical difficulties. But what I was getting at with this is that people in these tribes do not speak about Skinwalkers due to them believing that it brings them to them, like it attracts them.
Yeah.
So, if we die, you're welcome, guys.
You're welcome.
You know not to do what we did.
But if I'm being completely honest, the first 2 videos of us actually doing something,
we didn't get offed.
We didn't get offed, obviously.
We are still kicking.
We're still making this podcast.
But yeah, they don't really speak about it just for the fear of attracting that negative energy to them and having to have that encounter with a Skinwalker.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Safety first.
About Skinwalkers is that it said if you hear it close to you, it's actually far away. And if you hear it far away, it's actually pretty damn close. And, run somewhere. Run in a circle. Distraction.
They can't catch you if you're running so fast.
But all jokes aside, like, I don't know what I would do if I encountered some stuff like that. I think I've kind of learned to where if I hear someone like that needs help, I'm like, not in an ugly way, but I'm kind of not gonna go to you.
I mean, in all honesty, it's like a dog-eat-dog world out there anyway, so I wouldn't really need your help unless, like, I know you. I wouldn't really help you if I knew you, you know what I mean?
No.
I completely messed that whole thing up, but you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Right? Yeah. Anyways.
But,
yeah, no. It's, you're walking in a forest or whatever, you hear somebody needs help, it's like, you're not going to go towards it. It's like, this ain't a horror movie. Yeah. We're all screaming at the screen, like, don't go towards the sound, and yet here stupid people go. That wouldn't be us, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, no.
Like, I didn't know you before we came out here, I ain't gonna know you after. And I don't care, too. But
yeah, it's when it comes to the stories with Skinwalkers, it's pretty intense.
It's pretty interesting, too.
Yeah, like, just everything. The history behind it, too. Like, the Navajo Indians, like, really just kind of cursing the Ute tribe because of their differences. Like, it's, you gotta get to a certain point to be like, you know what, we're about to curse your land.
Like what they do, right?
Yeah, like I really wish I knew what went down. Like, why were you just like, hey, fuck you, fuck your land.
You see this? I'm gonna piss all over it with my cursed magic.
Sprinkle dust.
Sprinkle dust. Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty damn intense. And that ranch has so much that goes on. Like, even with the UFO sightings, like, there's so much that happens with that. And there's so much, like, stuff that's so unexplained that goes on, whether it be, like, stuff flying over, you see stuff running through, you hear lights, stuff, or lights. There's the main thing that a lot of people see is the blue lights that will shoot up into the sky. And there's nothing there. There's nobody there. There's nothing that could create that light, but there's this light that every now and then will pop up, and it's so, like, nobody knows what it is. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't care to go down there to actually see what that is. Like, if in all honesty, if you were faced with that, I wouldn't go towards the freaking light to see what's going on. Hell no.
Hell no. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, you're right.
I would be like, you know what? I see that. I'm acknowledging you. I'm gonna head that way because I would like to keep my life, my dudes.
I would like to keep my life. Yeah, no, it's something that looks interesting, but it's also like, nah, I could probably die, so I'm gonna just not die tonight.
Yeah.
You know? So, but anyway, I don't understand, like, going into the history of all this, learning more about skinwalkers and the witches and the curses and the tribes and everything that has to do with skinwalkers, I don't see how aliens get into the mix of this. So maybe that could be a separate episode that we could do.
Yeah.
Diving into why aliens. I may be stupid and haven't come across it yet, but I see all this stuff, aliens and, all this, and I'm like, how? What? Why?
Yeah.
Although I know aliens are real. Sorry, aliens are... There's enough facts out there to make me believe in aliens. But I just don't see how it ties into this. Because it's like, if you talk about Skinwalker Ranch specifically, it's like, would that be like the new Area 51? You know what I mean? Area 52? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me. Because I really don't know. We will
definitely deep dive into
aliens.
An episode with the aliens.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that goes on. There's so much of just the phenomenon of UFOs.
Yeah, because like the movie Invasion of the Skinwalkers, it's like those are aliens and Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
It's like the Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe that's where it ties in. I don't know. But, topic for another video.
Yeah. But we are going to be cutting off here, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, just because we don't want to deep dive too much into the alien stuff. Today. That's another topic for another video. But thank you.
Hope you enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Hope you got something out of it, honestly. Not just what you see on TikTok.
Where you learned something else other than what TikTok offers, which is everyone thinks their dog is a skinwalker.
Although there is some very interesting videos that I have seen, like getting information on this video, of people actually diving into, some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And more of a bite-sized, video clip.
Yeah.
Other than like a whole YouTube video.
Yeah.
But that's why we're here, so that we can watch it all the way through and get as much information out of it as possible. And it's not cut into like 50 parts. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for listening in, watching us, all the good stuff. Please tune in for the next episode because it's going to be even more great than this. It's going to be a little bit different than what we have been doing. And pretty damn excited about that one.
I am very excited. Also, if you've been peeping this sweatshirt out, I'll put a link down below to an IGTV that we have of where I got it from. So
yes.
Hell yeah.
But alrighty guys, thank you guys so much again. We love you guys. Please feel free to give us some feedback on how you guys are liking this, what you would change, what do you want to see more of, and just showing your love and appreciation.
Yeah.
We would love it. And if you want to hear something else other than paranormal stuff, you want to hear more about murders, we are 100% down with that because
we got more videos coming. Don't you worry.
I just really want to say murder over and over again for you guys.
Yeah, we're French now.
But alrighty guys, we will see y'all again next time. Bye.
Later.